then we can click that puppy. And I can go like right here. Marisa. Outfit 3. Color 7. And then I have these recordings on Ken. Not sure if chat is actually live or anything. Let me check. Hello, chat room. Let's see if anybody's here. Okay, cool. I guess I can mainly just do this, huh? How we doing? Howdy. I'm getting some stuff set up. Let some people populate. Da, 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 da. Pull up some stuff. Is it really that long ago that I watched this? No, it's not showing up on my... No, I'm just missing the thumbnail like a big, dumb idiot. Okay. Okay, so... We got a few people in here already. How we doing? So my plan is I want to talk a bit about some of the... Let me turn the volume down on my TV. This is way too loud in here. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. So I want to talk about kind of Brian F's take on the Marisa medium punch change. Howdy, Richard. How we doing?
What are you waiting for?
What's your gut reaction to the changes? Dropped her for Terry a while back. My gut reaction is she's quite a bit better. Although I'm a little... Well, what? Why am I playing... What? Did I select player 2? Oh my gosh, I'm crazy. One second. So I think she's quite a bit better. I haven't heard the Ryan F take. What's the context? I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it once everybody's here. So I'm going to... Because he talked about it on Extra Trashy, and then he also, like, in his own breakdown, but I'm going to play the clip. I've got it pulled up, and I'm going to play the clip. But I'm just kind of waiting a few minutes or so I have some more people here. Training. Basically, though, what he said is he thinks that the medium punch change for Marisa is kind of scrubby and he doesn't really like it. Which I think is crazy, but whatever. But I'm going to play that once it's here. I'll probably clickbait the crap out of him too, but that's okay. That's okay. So, just some general thoughts about her changes. I'm a little... The biggest thing for me... Okay, there's a couple things. I think if you can condition people not to mash... I think this is really strong now. Because that's over a bar, it's a true block string, and we're plus. So, like, before I would do something like this. And that's a block string, too. Right? But it ends and we're negative. So, like, this is a little bit less damage, right? It's like half a bar less drive damage. But from here, I can still go for the back heavy punch. And if they don't mash, I just get like an extra half bar, which I think is really good. You can also set up the medium punch target combo. And actually what's really cool about this is this actually sets you up at a really good spacing. So normally if I do this medium punch target combo, like from close or whatever, let me just... Normally if I do this, I have to block this crouch medium kick. Right? But... Whoops. TC. Still not muscle memory. That whiffs. So you actually get to set up a spacing trap after the medium punch target combo here, so you can like swing with heavy kick or something. I think that's a pretty big buff to her. And that even like Terry's crouch medium kick even whips there. So she gets some new spacing traps, even mid-screen. And then obviously she gets the safe jump mid-screen now too. Although I'm not sure how good I think this actually is, to be perfectly honest with you. Because, like, I'm not really sure what she does if they block this. Right? I think she kind of has to charge it. And then if she charges it, she can do crap like this, which I think is actually pretty good. She can do, like, drive rush after the block, and then she can go for, like, +2 stuff. You know, she can go for, like, strike throw from there, but we'll see. I've barely played ranked. I played one set of ranked just to get my... yeah, I know. But she doesn't really get mix, is my point. So, like, she does. She does. But I'm just saying, imagine they just parry this. Imagine they just parry this. What am I getting? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get they don't just want to hold parry all the time because... if they just, like, wake up with parry, I can throw them or command grab them or whatever. And I understand you can frame trap with this. Like, I get that. But it's just sort of... I don't know, I think it's... like, I don't think it's bad. But I'm just not sure how, like, stable it's going to be. Versus just going for something like this. Like, I'm not sure how much better the safe jump's actually going to be. Yeah, you do. You get a true 50-50 here. So, you do. You get a true 50-50 here. So, command grab. Whoops. Command grab catches mash. And another towards heavy kick, actually, is what you should do now. And then into back heavy punch, and yeah. So you get a 50-50 there, but I'm not quite sure exactly how good this is going to be long term. We'll see. Whereas what I know you can do is, I know you can do something like drive rush into throw, drive rush into command grab, drive rush into low. If I don't suck at timing it. You can even do drive rush into overhead. I mean, obviously all this is manually timed. You can probably even do drive rush into charge overhead. Drive rush into charge heavy punch. Drive rush into charge back heavy punch. Drive rush into charge towards heavy kick. Like, I think if you don't go for the safe jump here, you could literally get any meaty that you want. You know? And if he wakes up with a regular throw... like, I can bait this with whatever I want. So, I don't know. I think the safe jump is good, but I think if you want to spend drive rush here, like, you can just do whatever the heck you want now after this phalanx knockdown. So, like, I think that might just be better, but we'll see. You know? We'll see. Okay. Let me see real quick. Who's all here? 20 people watching me on YouTube. It's fantastic. Thanks for the support, everybody. Anybody on Twitch? Any Twitch viewers at all? My guess is no. Yeah, the answer is no. So I am on Twitch as well if anybody prefers watching on Twitch. I'm not saying that you should or that you know, need to or whatever, but if you do, that is an option. Same name. Just with an underscore in between my first and last name. Okay, so let's go screen capture. And let's Go to Okay. Sick. And you'll have to let me know what the audio is. So audio sound good? We can hear it? Thank you for the follow, Richard. Too low? Okay, let me see if I can do anything about that. Let me see if I can't turn this up. Do. Let me know. What do we think? Volume better? Still too low? Still too quiet? Need it louder? Thanks for coming over on Twitch, Rich. Too low still. Okay, let's just crank this puppy, huh? Let's just do that. You tell me if it's too loud. Is that better? What do we think? You can't hear Brian at all. God dang it. Why does everything always work? Whatever I'm doing, adjusting is doing nothing. Okay, let me just go the other way then. Let me go the other way then. Thoughts? Is this doing anything? Nah, there's nothing. Nothing at all. When I move this, nothing at all. Okay. You can hear me. But you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. This makes no sense. Yeah, I'm confused. Because this is supposed to be audio capture. Let me look at the properties on this. Let me do this real quick. I want to Are we back? Are we back is the question. Are we back? Okay, yeah. OBS crashed. So I'm not quite sure what that was about, but that was OBS crashed. So let's not do that again. I think I clicked something totally off. This is totally bizarre. Because this is supposed to be set up for desktop audio capture. Okay, that's my stream. Can we hear Brian? Can we hear Brian at all? Still can't hear Brian. Even if I crank this, we still can't hear Brian.
Dream combo, no way they intended that. That was not part of the plan, right? That was emergent gameplay that, nerfing technical characters. I talked about this Marisa buff.
You can hear now?
And
We can hear
I already
Ryan.
did
I do
on
this.
my
You can
own
hear Ryan?
YouTube,
Or-
more Brian F. second channel. A lot
Hey!
of Marisa players got
Sick. Okay, sorry, folks. We weren't hearing Ryan, and I was trying to adjust my audio, and then OBS crashed. Okay, sick. I have no idea what that was about. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so... Okay. Yeah. I don't know. That sounds a little rough. That sounds a little rough, Hit Parade. You don't like Brian F? We don't want to give him the metrics, I guess? Okay. So, recently on Extra Trashy, Brian F's podcast with IDOM, he had this to say about the Marisa changes.
and, nerfing technical characters. I talked about this Marisa buff, and I already did this on my own YouTube, more Brian F. second channel. A lot of Marisa players got mad at me. I said that this change was scrubby. They made stand medium punch, the second hit target combo, now juggle in case you jumped and caused an air reset. Normally, when Marisa players, they're mashing stand medium punch target combo. That's how they get the party started. If you block that, if you get hit, it's a combo. If you block it, then they start the mini game of Gladius or whatever, and then you're guessing on if are they going to charge it, not charge it, yada yada, and it's pretty much safe unless that you get a perfect parry. And Marisas that are just mashing spam that, and that's the mini game. They made it now so that if you jump or backdash, which was a tactic people would use to force it to whiff, if you're spamming it, you would air reset, land, and punish the whiff on the second hit of the target combo. It now juggles on the second hit, and then you'll air reset after or land after. So if they cancel to a special move, you will fall into the special move and it'll be meaty. And I said, that feels kind of like a scrubby change, which is encouraging autopilot play and removing defensive options. I wonder what you think about it.
I think
Okay, so I'm not going to spend too much on IDOM's response here because, to be honest, IDOM brings up some stuff and he talks about the patch in general and whatever. And to be honest, obviously IDOM knows more about the game than I do, right? But it does sort of seem to me like some of the stuff IDOM says after that just really isn't all that true. So for the very first bit, let's just talk about kind of the situation that he was showing on screen, which is after like a drive rush crouch medium punch. And here I think Brian has it pretty well. Okay, if this was the only situation where this came up, I would kind of agree with him. Because at +2 from this range, if I think they're going to jump, I have an option that I can pick, right? I can just go for crouch light kick, crouch light punch, and then boom, we win. However, there are a lot of other situations that exist where Marisa is +1 or +2, and she just doesn't have some of the options that you really, really need to kind of enforce that +2. So the first one, I covered this in my Oki video, is a situation like this. So after command grab in the corner, Marisa can do drive rush into crouch medium kick. It's +2, it's outside of regular throw range. It's in command grab range, okay? So there's a couple things people might want to do here, right? They might want to mash a 4-framer. And if I think they're going to do that, I can just hit my 4-frame button, counter hit him, and I get a conversion. But they also might want to jump. And this is where the issue is, okay? Because if Ken jumps here and I go for this, second light punch whiffs. Crouch light kick, same thing. So really, what am I supposed to do? I can't single hit confirm this. I can't even spend it all on drive rush jab extensions after my crouch light punch because Marisa is the only character in the game where that's not a combo. So this doesn't combo either. So the only options I have to hit them either with or are going to hit them after their pre-jump frames. She does not have an option to connect on their pre-jump frames here. right? She just doesn't have that as an option. So offensively, this can be an issue. But honestly, where I think this change is more important for Marisa is defensively. So I have a few recordings prepared here that all got deleted. Gosh, don't you love training mode where it doesn't save anything? Isn't that just something people think is super fun? How training mode sometimes just refuses to save things that you're doing? So here's the situation we're going to look at is I'm going to do dash. I'm going to do drive roach, crouch, medium kick. So I've got Ken here. I'm going to hold block there a little bit longer. Is going to do this. So what this is saying basically is Ken does crouch, medium kick, drive rush, and then he swings with a frame trap because he thinks I'm going to attack after the jab or something, right? So in this situation, Marisa's +2, right? Of course, Ken can hold down back. He can also try to take his turn back. So he can go for like a crouch jab there, right? On top of that, he can also do something, right? If he's afraid of, say, a command grab coming at him, he can like hold up, right? Now this is where Marisa really struggles, okay? So in order to demonstrate this, I'm going to pick a different character. I'm just going to pick Alex, right? Because this is another character that, you know, quote unquote, doesn't have good defense or isn't supposed to have good defense and whatnot. So what does that even mean, right? I got to shrink this chat box, man. This chat box is too big. There we go. That's a little better. So I want you to think, okay, if Alex knows, see if I can get some chat room engagement on this. If Alex knows that Ken is going to steal a turn here, what do you think I should do? Like, literally, what should I do? If I know this jab is coming, what button should I push? Any ideas? You think perfect parry? You want me to perfect parry when I'm +2? If I know he's going to push jab here, yeah, just crouch jab, right? And then I get counter hit conversion. And I can go into stand medium on counter hit. Boop. Jab medium. I get Oki. I can turn the tide, right? And that's going to be the case for a lot of characters here, right? Is they're just going to do light punch, counter hit into a medium, and they get to turn it around. And this is more exaggerated for some characters, right? Like Bison, to me, is probably the most egregious example of this. So Bison, for example, is going to get something like this. You know, and then he can turn the whole round around off of one good defensive situation. But of course, you generally don't know, right, what they're going to push. Right? So they could also jump here. Well, what happens if I do this, if I push crouch jab and they jump? If I do light into medium, he's got to block this. We're back to neutral. I could even drive rush cancel this, and now it's my plus frames. I could also do jab, drive rush into jab, which should cover both jump. Whoops, I'm bad. Which should cover both jump, right? Because that combos. And it will catch him taking a turn. Right? And if they block, that's not the worst place to be either, right? Because they're probably not checking the drive rush from the jab. So they can sort of spend the 3 bars to get out of the situation, or they can do light into counter hit light into medium, and counter hit light into medium, right? Doing this timing is going to be good whether they mash or whether they try to like jump out. And then you just see the counter hit and you check it, right? You confirm the counter hit and you're golden. What does Marisa do in this situation? Right? Okay, so same question. If I play Marisa, and I know that this Ken at -2 is going to try to steal a turn, what am I supposed to do? I don't have him on repeat. Okay. What am I supposed to do? If I know he's going to mash here, what do? I literally have repeat replay on. Hello? Always repeat playback. Okay, there we go. And if you said crouch light punch on this one too, you're wrong. Because if I try to chain 2 jabs, second one whiffs. If I push crouch light kick at the right timing, if I push crouch light kick, second hit whiffs. I'm +2. If I push my stand light kick, guess what? We trade, we're 0. If I hit my stand jab, we trade, I'm -2. Crouch light punch, stand light kick. Yes, that can work. But here's the problem. Right? What does she do from here? Like, yes, she has this as a strength. It's not super rewarding. Right? So she has this defensively. One of the only characters in the game that can't do light into medium. Right? So for her, it's something like crouch light punch, stand light kick. But she lacks the ability to extend off of this. She also lacks the ability to spend bar here. So she kind of just has to play with her lights instead of with lights into mediums, which is a big issue, right? She doesn't have a lot of great options, right? In the same way that some of these other characters do. All they've given her, and then this is the other thing, is this is the reason something like this is just fundamentally worse than like a stand medium, is I don't get a conversion off of this. Right? Like, even if the second hit hits, I don't really want to go into Dima here. It actually doesn't combo on non-counter hit, which I know the mediums, the light into mediums doesn't either, but this is just very weak. Weaker than what most characters have. She can't really turn around off of it. So all they've given her, and what a lot of Marisa players will like to do instead is, if I think he's not going to take his turn back, I want to do something where I actually get some offense. Right? So if I think he's going to block, cancel what into Gladius into level 3? You saying jab into Gladius? Because there's a big issue with that, which is that doesn't combo. That doesn't combo. So it would have to be whoops. Wrong way. No, straight Gladius negative jab. Doesn't connect. It's not fast enough. I'm not holding it. He blocks in time. So Brian is only envisioning it from an offensive situation where you're like in throw range, and instead of doing a safe option, stand light punch will trade. Hex. Stand light punch trades. Kind of crappy. It's only 6 frames. It trades. It trades. So that's one of the problems, right? Is where a character... So all they've really given her, right, is, as far as I can tell, they've just given her something where this is sort of, right? This is still not a great option, right? Like, this is still not a great option. So this will lose to them taking their turn back, right? Like a +2, I'm stealing a turn if I hit a 7-frame button. I'm stealing a turn here if I hit the 7-frame button. What I'm doing is I'm punishing you for doing something silly, like jumping when you're not in throw range. Right? Another reason this isn't scrubby is Brian talks about like mashing medium punch here. If you could hit confirm this, if you could be like, oh, you know, but I'm going to try to hit confirm this here. I'm just going to stare at the health bar and try to hit confirm this. Late. Late. Didn't even touch it. Late. 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 Like, and that I screwed it up because I'm anticipating. So it's not even like you can like see that, oh, they got hit or they got air flipped out and then not do the cancel. Anytime you're touching this, you're pretty much rocking the cancel. So it's not like, oh, good players, you know, don't get hit by this. Yeah, 100%. Even if you can confirm hit or block, which I personally can't do, and I know they say it's a 16-frame window. To me, this feels very much not like a 16-frame window. That could just be because nothing comes out when you're wrong. Where like, if I do like this, and I'm trying to like hit confirm Dima or something, you know, I'll know if I did it late because the special move will be blocked or something. But yes, you'd also have to confirm grounded or aerial hit in that window, which is to me a little unreasonable. But my basic point is just there are a lot of these +2 situations where if somebody holds up, right, there's just nothing she can do. Right? None of this combos. None of her lights combo. And then she doesn't even have like a cancel on block to go into this. So that's another thing to kind of compare this crouch light punch into stand light kick confirm. Is say this is on block. Okay. There's a gigantic gap between the stand light kick and the Gladius. So much to the point where this trades with Ken's crouch medium kick. Now, obviously, in that case, that's a good trade for us, right? But you do something like that, you set like a 6-framer, you're counter hitting her. So compare that to something like Bison, where if I do crouch light and do crouch medium defensively, I can just cancel that into scissors. And where's the gap? There isn't one. There's no gap there. This is now just sets up a spacing trap. Compare that to Alex doing crouch medium into stand, or crouch light into stand medium defensively, and it's blocked. I can cancel this into light axe. Where's the gap? There isn't one, right? So a lot of these other characters, that's not the right axe, can do stuff like this, right? And they can do a sequence to try to take their turn back. Whereas Marisa, she doesn't really have a sequence to try to take her turn back. So what they did was they said, you know what? We're going to make it so that, unlike most characters who can really punish you for mashing on them, right? Unlike most characters who can really punish you for mashing here, right? Marisa's best response here, if I can even do it, is this. Like, this is the absolute most damage she can get here. And that's if she has level 3, right? That's like 3,000 damage. So what they said is, hey, you know what? You can push, you can take chances on her, but what we're not going to let you do is we're not going to let you just hold up and try to flip out. You know, I mean, to me, that seems like a reasonable change. I don't think it's scrubby at all. I think rather than looking at it as taking away a defensive option from the opponent, which, again, I think insofar as this is an offensive tool, just hit confirm your counter hit lights into driver's cancel. Yeah, your single hit confirm, you just, you know, all you have to do is just hit, single hit confirm this. Just be like, oh, the crouch jab was a counter hit. Let me just single hit confirm the fact that this was a counter hit. I mean, I'm saying, man, if you're balancing the game for that, it is not the game that I'm playing. I'll tell you that. I think, yes. Are there like top Marisa players that will stick this out, see it counter hits, and go into like, I think it has to be this, right? That's the only thing that combos there. Yeah. Like, you stick this out and you can see it counter hits. Sure. In a defensive situation, you want me to just do this? And spend 3 bars in a situation where most other characters can just do that? I don't know, man. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think people, like, there's a lot of people, hacks, that just put themselves in -2 and hold up. Also, can I talk about something really quick? Which is, Brian F. said you'd backdash or jump. He's living in the past. Unless I'm nuts, I'm pretty sure backdashes aren't airborne in this game. Like, at all. They're just throw invulnerable. So, not to be, you know, kind of anal about a technicality, but it does kind of bother me when somebody says something and then they're just like, they say something that's completely wrong. I mean, they were airborne in SF5 too, but I don't know. Like, we've been playing this game for 4 years. 3, I guess. At some point, I think you should, you know, no assist. I mean, no, I mean, it's not your bad. They were, I don't know if they counted as airborne in Street Fighter 4 because they were just invincible, right? So I don't know. I honestly don't know if they were airborne. They were, because you could do anti-air command grabs and stuff on backdashes, right? There was like anti-air demon or crap like that, right? I don't remember. I don't know that much about Street Fighter 4. But all that to say that, you know, that's a little weird to like get that wrong. No, I don't know. And again, this isn't me like really slamming Brian, but it's just like, you can tell he doesn't really know much about the character. Yeah, I thought so. You can just tell he doesn't really know a lot about the character. And are there Marisa players that will like do this at +2? Yeah. Heck, I'll do this at +1. You know? I'll push medium punch here when I'm +1. You know? So, like, to me, it's like, she doesn't really have a whole lot of other options there. So it doesn't really bother me necessarily that this is a change that they made. You know? I guess that's what I would say. Is like, does it help in these offensive situations? Yes, it does. But to me, like, what defensive option am I removing here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm pushing a 7-frame move when I'm +2. If you think that I'm going to press, just interrupt it. Like, if I'm +1 and I push medium punch, like, just mash. Like, that's how this has always worked. I mean, I don't I guess that's my thing is, like, okay, if Bison does this, he's +1, right? Like, does anybody just hold up here against M. Bison? Not really. Right? And if they do, he has, like, enough time to confirm hits. But even if I pick a character with a command grab, like if I pick Alex, does he really have anything that's +1? He doesn't really have any +1 stuff, does he? I guess this probably is +1, +2. See, even that's +2. It's like Alex doesn't really have any crap that's +1. I guess his drive rush and heavy punch is +1 as well. And it's like, I guess, yeah, if Alex does this, but like at +1, Alex doesn't have to do that. Right? Like, Alex doesn't have to do something like this because he has lights that actually are functional, you know, and can go into good knockdowns. I mean, not that Dima is not a good knockdown, but like, Alex can cash out a lot better off of his lights. If he lands something like this, you know, I mean, he can go into like some of his higher damaging stuff. Right? I mean, he can kind of spend a lot more, get a lot more there. So I don't know. Again, this isn't to say that like I think Brian is an idiot or something like that. It's just saying like he's really only looking at the, you know, he's really only looking at the side of, well, if I want to hold, I should be able to hold up to get out of this. And I guess the question is, one, I think the only reason you think that is because you've always been able to. And if this move was like this from the get-go, I don't think you'd feel that it was stupid that it was like that. You know, I mean, if this was like this since the game came out, I don't think anybody would think it was stupid that it was like that. But the real answer is, it's because defensively, to me, there's a lot of times where she wants to push this to take her turn back. And if you're, you know, even if you're like +3, +4, or you're spaced out, that's another one. Like, if I'm expecting somebody to do something like jab, jab, crouch, medium kick, you know, if I'm expecting something like this, I want to mash medium punch here. But if they just randomly do like this, why should I die? You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I die for trying to take my turn back if I'm just trying to catch like some stupid stuff? Why am I -17 there? Like, he's thinking at it from the perspective of like a good player, you know? And like, oh, I want to have this option defensively. But from the perspective of a Marisa player going, hey, man, I'm not really, like, I want to have some stuff defensively. I'm going, hey, man, I want to blow up people doing these freaking sequences with 7-frame gaps, like jab into low forward, which is not real for anybody. So I want to push medium punch because it gives me the most bang for my buck there, right? And sometimes people would just jump in that situation, and then I die for trying to take my turn back and calling out something that's really stupid. So to me, that's where I want to live. I want to live in this world where I don't die because I thought they were going to do a fake string and instead they jumped. And I have no way to confirm that. Or I just never push anything that has any risk. And the only thing I can ever challenge with are jabs, which, by the way, on a lot of these strings would whiff. Like, if he's a little further away, the jab will whiff and I'll get, spacing trapped with the jab. So, like, there's a lot of spots where jabs will get, spacing trapped. You push medium punch, they jump. You have no way of knowing they're going to jump instead of taking their turn back. And all of a sudden, boom, hey, look, you're minus 15. Like, that's why I think this change is good. It's why I think it's scrubby. Because it actually allows Marisa to kind of play defense in a way that's like, oh, I'm +3. Let me push medium punch, or I'm +2. Let me push medium punch and try to steal a turn, or, not try to take my turn and not just be totally boned because they decided to hold up forward for what seems like no reason. Okay? So I don't know. Hopefully somebody finds that informative or helpful or whatever. Live in a world where medium punch, hard combo being the way it is, or live in a world where you can go from light. I honestly, man, I would rather have this. This would be great if this was +7 on counter hit. That'd be fantastic. It would make this one frame more lenient too. So like this link would be a little bit easier. Not that it's hard, but like, now I say as I'm dropping it, but like it'd make that one frame more lenient. But if this was like, I would love. I mean, for one, it would, let her do this, which I don't know why they insist on her being the only character that cannot drive rush cancel jabs. I don't get that. And then they buffed it and they're like, oh, but we moved the cancel window one frame back so that it's like, why? I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I think that's very much true, right? They get a character master and then they just sort of leave it. Then they just don't really touch her again. Yeah, I mean, I think if you just don't really understand, but again, I don't know. Let me show you a little bit here, because I actually think. Let me actually show you Idom's response here, because to me, Idom's response is kind of like Idom just kind of rambles about some stuff, and it doesn't really make. Let me pause this. Screen capture. Okay, and then Idom's like, what Idom says back to this, like, to me, like, he just kind of says some stuff that you think most of it's not even true.
Patch had a lot of that, but I think is also trying to make the game simplistic, make the game kind of like not that complex for a lot of new players. I felt like that one of the Manon changes. I actually don't like that the Manon, like, the spin ballerina kick went from -5 to -3. And I was like, wait a minute, you were supposed to hit confirm that. And now it's kind of
like, okay, obviously he knows way the heck more about Manon than I do, right? But to me, what they're indicating with that change, right? What I thought they were doing with this change, and maybe I'm wrong, and let me see if I'm wrong. There's the stupid character. And let me pick Guile or something. Yeah, for sure. Projectile and vulnerability on DDT is really good. Like, they can't just be like, oh, I mean, the Guile matchup before was awful. It was awful. At least I thought it was. Okay, so. So what I thought they were trying to do with this, it's quarter circle forward and then kick, right? That. What I thought they were trying to do is this. Oh, sorry. You're right. I left it on this. Okay, sorry. That's okay. I wasn't really doing anything anyway. So what Idom's talking about is that this move is now -3 on block. So this ballerina spin used to be -5. It's now -3. And what it seems like they've done, because isn't this like projectile vulnerable? I thought. Something like this. I think what they're trying to do with this is make it so that she can use this to get through fireballs. Like she can kind of throw this out in a read. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe I'm nuts. Like, that's what it sort of feels like to me, is that she can just sort of go like, oh, you might fireball, I'm going to hit it. So, like, I think IDOM's looking at this from the perspective of, like, you're only supposed to do this in combos. Like, what are we doing? But what they're saying is they want to make this more of a neutral tool. So they don't want her, they want her to be able to poke with this. Like, that's the thing that they're saying. It's not like, oh, we're making this scrubbier, and then you didn't hit confirm it. What they're saying is, I think what the devs are trying to communicate with this change is we want you to be able to go like, okay, I think a fireball's coming. Let me do spin into kick. Right? I think that's sort of what they're doing. And they're also going, well, we nerfed her heavy kick. Exactly. They want you to fish with it. They're like, this isn't trying to make the game scrubbier. It's like, you know what? We nerfed one of her big pokes last update. Let's give her something that sort of fills that niche that stand heavy kick used to have. And also the initial spin, you know, like can go through fireballs. So if you like think something's coming, you can do this. You're not ever going to be able to react to a fireball, but it gives you like a safe thing to do afterwards too. So if you go through a fireball, you're not just like super negative. I think that's part of what they're doing too. But again, obviously, IDOM knows way more about this character than I do and way more about fighting games than I do and this game than I do. But my point really is just, hey, like, this isn't like, oh, we want you to hit him. Like, they want you to fish with this now. Like, that's why they made it -3 and added scaling, you know? It's one of those things, as easy, I auto-win by doing XYZ and avoid W is now contentious. Yeah, I don't know. And then he says some stuff too here.
Hey, just do it. It's safe anyway. And now you get the perfect parry minigame. And it's like, why would you change that? I thought that was kind of a skill thing. Viper's changed with the jump cancels are easier. Kimberly got the medium kick is harder to whiff punish.
So I'm going to say this about the Viper changes is I think the main thing, yeah, 100%, right? 100%. That would be bad if it was unscaled. You know, I think what he's talking about with the Viper, like jump cancel changes, to me, I would agree about not making stuff easier if she actually really got rewarded for the high execution. But, like, Viper's damage is, like, marginally higher than the average characters, and her combos are way tougher. Right? Like, they're way tougher. And her combo, like, they don't hit a whole lot harder, and they're way harder. So making them not way harder, like, I don't know. I think it's probably just a little bit better.
The jump cancels are easier. Kimberly got the medium kick is harder to whiff punish.
As far as I'm aware, he's wrong about that too. I don't think the Kim medium kick is harder to whiff punish. I think it's harder to contest on startup. I think that was the change. But whatever.
Got the heavy kick is harder to whiff punish. And it's like, why are we doing these changes? You shouldn't be whiffing these moves, or you should be hit confirming. I think that this patch did a lot of that. But I think they
I also like it. I don't think it. Whatever.
To bring the characters in line, because Ryu don't care. Ryu just doing combos on block anyway, so you might as well let every character do combos on block.
Yeah, I don't like that direction. I was, in general, things that are designed to.
Can I say this is kind of odd from a dude like Idom who says he loves like Marvel 3? He loves like Marvel games. He's like a Marvel player at heart. Because isn't that sort of like. Yeah, I sort of feel that way too, KZ. But like, I don't know. Then he says something about like changing Lily and making her not like, you know, like changing her wind clad, and he didn't really understand that it's kind of just a new special move, and I don't know. But that was sort of my take on the whole thing, was like, this is a good change. It's a good change, especially defensively for Marisa, because there's a lot of times where people would just jump on you. They'd be plus, or they'd be slightly negative. You'd try to take your turn back with this, and they would jump for some strange reason, and then you'd be minus a gajillion. Brian's ideal range of Marisa's caring about the change is 1400 to 600, so it works out. I mean, there's maybe something about that. I don't know. I think what Heat also doesn't realize here. Let me just do this real quick. Let me go to like some random. Let me go to. Okay, I'm literally just going to do this. Okay. CFN rankings. We'll even do. Why am I looking at Diamond 2 Marisas? I have no idea. We'll even do Asian Marisas. Let's look at like the top. Let's look at one of the, let's look at any of these recent matches. And I just want to see if there is like any medium. Because as far as I was aware, I'm pretty sure a lot of the top Japanese Marisas, generally they liked a lot of the. That's. I think there's something to that. Hit Parade. I think if Idom would just pick a different character, he'd do a lot better. Okay, they were doing jabs up close, sure. Hey, look, there's medium. You think he hit confirmed to this? Or was he just happening to... Like, he's just pushing this to check space, right? And it hits. Now I want you to imagine that Rashid just jumped here instead. Right? Like, that's something Rashid could do here. Or Cammy if she was going for a dive kick, or Jamie if he was going for a dive kick. Would totally jump here. That's something you could totally do. And, like, imagine Rashid just jumped here. Like, in the previous patch, you'd just get killed for it. That's why I didn't like it. That's the 6 setup, by the way. Although he's actually a little bit late, so it doesn't really matter. What does he do? Tries to bait it with the parry. And there again, we push medium punch. Imagine Rashid just jumped there. Like, just gets air reset. But just, this is my point to say, once you hit 1600, your medium punch in no way gets unbound. This is such a good move. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's a reasonable spot to jump, because, like, what's she going to do? She might, jump back jab. But all this to say that medium punch is a good button the whole way up. It becomes less of a pressure tool. How hard is it to hit him from medium TC? I can't do it. I don't do it. So, supposedly it's a 16-frame window, which, for the record, people, at least assumedly, confirmed that all the time. Those windows all the time in Street Fighter 5 on crouch medium kicks. Okay, get supered, who cares? Okay, this is a spot. He walks back out of it, right? But this is totally a spot where this is like the type of situation I'm talking about, where if you delayed a medium punch here, right, and they jumped, you would just get smoked previously. Now he walks back and he does the combo and whatever. But all that to say that, more to just prove the point to, that it's not like, oh, you lose, you don't believe anyone saying the hit convert. You don't believe anyone saying the hit confirm anything 16 frames or less in Street Fighter 6 because there's enough variability in what you're hitting, armor, parry, block, hit, to where you can easily react. I think that's true. For whatever reason, I don't know if this game has more input delay or what, but to me, I do think it is harder to hit confirm stuff in this game than it was in Street Fighter 5. For me in SF5, 18 was kind of where I was at. That was kind of my window. And in this game, Like, that's like towards heavy kick, and I cannot single hit confirm that for the life of me. So I wasn't kind of sure. That's the other thing, is why would I want to learn hit confirming stand medium punch when I could just not hit confirm stand medium punch? Like, this move is clearly not designed for me to be hit confirming it. I know Strider was saying, like, back when the game came out that he had, like, put a bunch of time into hit confirming this. I don't know if that's true or not. I just remember him saying it. So take that for what it's worth. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about combo conversions involving OD Quadriga. Mainly to help my modern friends, but also just people that don't know the moves. And I meant to take away Marisa's super meter, not Guile's. So there's obviously the standard corner stuff that you can do with towards heavy kick and OD quad, right? But just for giggles, back heavy punch into heavy gladius does 5k, right? It won't on modern, it'll slightly less than that, but who cares? You can drive rush cancel this. Generally, the route is just into another back heavy punch, and then towards heavy kick, charge back heavy punch, heavy gladius, and you can go into level 3 if you have it. What's really good about this setup, though, let me give myself a little bit more super, is you can also spend 1 bar here. So from here, you can also do charge crouch heavy punch into level 1, and that does over 60% for a single bar of super, which is crazy. That's like what Viper gets from her full cash outs. Absolutely nuts damage. Level 2, obviously, I'm actually not sure if it's better to do this. I don't even know if this works. I don't think it does. So there's that, which is 67. Or we could cash out and do the level 2 raw. That's supposed to be... $67.07. So you're better off doing that from OD Gladius. So that's good to know. So level 1 cash out. Level 1 cash out. Looks like this. $63.77. Level 2 cash out. Wonder if you can get anything else there. I can actually probably drive rush cancel something here. Or do a drive rush here. Yeah. I'll bet you that's going to be more damage, huh? Level 2 cash out. Almost 6,900. That's crazy. Although you're going to need all of your drive for that one. So, like, if you don't have it, this is what you're going to do. Which is like 150 less damage. And then generalized level 3 cash out. Looks like that. But the real fun on these things is when you aren't right in the corner. Right? So that's the thing, is like if you're completely in the corner, it can be like, it can be good if you're completely in the corner, like, obviously, but when you're not, it's like, okay, what do I do now? So if I'm a little backed up, what do I do? At around this range, you can walk up and do towards heavy kick and then just light gladius. It can be kind of precise depending on the distance. But you can generally just go into the same combo that you did in the corner. So level 1 would look the same. Level 3 would look the same. Level 2 would not quite look the same. I think you'd just probably do this. Although that's going to be less damage than, barely more damage than the level 1 route. So you would probably do this instead. Trying to think what I would do here. If I didn't have... I'd probably do this, but not that. I don't know. What do I think? What would I do? That doesn't combo. Maybe just this. Is that going to work? No, that doesn't work either. Drive rush into this, into OD Gladius, probably. Does that work? Like that? Yeah, that's probably the actual route if we have it all. Yeah, that looks good. So that's the level 2 route. If you can walk up, is drive rush into crouch jab, and then back heavy punch, and then OD Gladius. Looks good. But what if you're just a little too far away to walk up? Like, say this doesn't reach. If I started out, like, here, and then I'm never going to be able to walk up in knee. So from here, you can do drive rush into towards heavy kick. And one of the really good things here, and actually let me not start this with max meter. So one of the really cool things here is we can do drive rush into towards heavy kick, and then heavy Dema, and then we can actually go for this extension. Not, obviously, I did the wrong route. So you can actually go for this. You can go for that, into this, into light Gladius, and that builds almost a bar of meter. And I think we actually can build a bar. I'm trying to remember how, though. There's definitely a route here that builds a full bar. Oh, it's this. This is the build. This is it. I remember now. This is the route that builds over a full bar. There it is. I remembered. So you can do drive rush into towards heavy kick twice, and then drive rush stand to light kick heavy Dema. And then just depending on how much meter you have, you can do different things. I think that's high enough to just juggle level 1. It's been a while, so I don't quite remember. Yeah. So that can... I started that combo with 0 meter, and it's enough to build a full bar of level 1 that does 60% damage, which is obviously ridiculous. And then can also be used to, you know, if you start with 1 bar, you can build level 2. If you start with 2 bars, you can build level 3. So, like, this is actually a surprisingly practical thing for Marisa to be able to do, is to start this combo with only 2 bars, and then be able to build the 3rd. And then that's barely any less damage than she's going to get from an actual, like, full corner conversion, which is obviously really strong. Those are for the far conversions. From a little closer, like I said, you can usually walk up and do this. There is like a really specific range, I think, where that doesn't work. Where walk up is tight like this, where you can probably hit it. But if you're not sure, it's better to just do drive rush into back heavy punch. And then from there, you do heavy Dema. And here you cannot build quite a full bar, but it's close. Or you can just go straight into that. But this is generally what you want to do, because it's very easy to decide how much meter you want to spend. Right? You can just go for the normal meterless combos. This should work. He's not any lower. I just need to actually not drop the combo. So like you can go for the safe jump like that. If you got level 2, you can go for this. You know, that's 63%, almost 64. You can go for the charge level 1. And that's almost 60%. So like the general idea is if you're close enough to the wall, you just want to do a back heavy punch or a towards heavy kick. Right? If you can, walk up into heavy kick, into towards heavy kick is really good. If you're worried that won't reach, you can either do drive rush back heavy punch or drive rush towards heavy kick. With the towards heavy kick, you can get some kind of crazy extensions to build lots of bar, which is always excellent. What about if you block a DP from back here? So from back here, there's a couple things you can do. If I do OD quad, you'll see that I'm not really close enough to pick it up. So one thing you can do is you can drive rush cancel this puppy, and then we get a little closer. And depending on how far away you are, you might be able to pick this up. You'll see from this range, I really can't. So from here, I think you could do like heavy quad. No, that's... Frame for anyone else during these combos or just you? I'm not sure. Let's try something. Let me just change some settings on my computer and see if that fixes anything for anybody. So from the certain range, this OD quad stuff isn't very good, right? So if you are like mid-screen, it's like, okay, what do I do? Right? One thing you can do now is you can actually just kind of wait a little bit here and get closer, which can be good. So here I'm not doing the towards heavy kick immediately. I'm just letting her run for a little bit. And then you can route like that. But generally, if you're backed up and looking to cash out, you want to start with crouch heavy punch. So there's a couple routes you can go for here. So you can go for something like this. And then that's into like Gladius, and then into level 3 is almost 7k. Or what you can do is you can go for a second charged crouch heavy punch, and then drive rush into crouch medium punch, drive rush cancel into this, charge back heavy into OD Quadriga. But now this has the issue of I'm actually too close to the wall and I can't really pick anything up. So this actually works better the further back you are, because I don't have anything that'll cancel here or combo here. So you'd have to just cancel this right away, which isn't bad. But this route's actually going to work a little bit better from like here, from like 3/4 screen. Whoops. Let me save state there. Because from here, you're far enough away that you can do stuff like Quadriga. So from here, I can do like light kick quad, and then I get a combo on the wall. And that's almost 7k. I think medium quad would actually work there for over 7k. Nope, not quite. The only issue with these combos, with these crouch heavy punch combos, is you have to be pretty much point blank for them to work. And then if you're completely backed up like this stuff won't work either, because now once again you're too far away from the wall. so you can't really get anything. So there's like this really specific range where I can't combo off of that there. Okay, YouTube streams being all jumpy. That's no good. So you have to be really point blank for these. But they are good because they do more damage than the Quadriga stuff, or like the charge heavy punch stuff, I should say, if you don't have the wall. But if you block a DP anywhere on this side of the screen, you can pretty much always get 7K. Just depends on what your route is. But I'm a big fan of this route, just because it builds so much meter. Stream is fine for you. See, is it stuttering now for anybody else, or is it kind of fixed itself? Because sometimes stuff is just jittery. But I'm a big fan of this route. Just because it builds so much bar. I can't seem to do it anymore. I keep dropping it. But this builds over a full bar of super. It does ridiculous damage. Works from, you know, half screen away, basically. Half screen from the corner. You know, does 7,500 damage. Nothing to sneeze at, so I don't know. I kind of just wanted to do a little bit of a breakdown there, just because, like, she has that on modern now, and like, you know, I was talking to FemShep about Quadriga routes and should you do Quadriga or Phalanx, and the answer to that is almost always you should do Quadriga if you can. Phalanx is maybe better from like this range. Like, there's like maybe a really small spot on screen where Phalanx. We're doing like OD Phalanx stuff. Will get you more damage. But like that's only 4670. Whereas if I just did this, I'm too far away. I think I can let this rock for quite a ways. Okay, so maybe that's too far away. But even then, I would still be better off just doing... Okay, that doesn't connect. So like from this range, okay. But even like mid-screen, I'd be better off doing this type of stuff anyway. So the answer is almost always, hey, if you can route into OD Quadriga, you should. But hopefully that's helpful to the modern folks out there, or just to people that need to up their combos. I don't know, folks. What do we think?
If you've come to fight, then fight.
Do we like this character still? Not hitting the manually delayed back heavy punch after the double charge crouch heavy punch? Yeah, no thank you. How does this even work? I don't think I've done this combo once in my life. So you're saying this. You're saying I can do like this. Like that. True rules of music combos are leave them juggling as late as possible, and if you can EX quad, you should. Absolutely. Is that $10 Canadian? Thank you. If I can read that name. Confog clips? I don't know. $10 critical art. Okay, there we go. That's fair. That's fair. Low HP. Low HP donation. Yeah, I've never done this combo before in my life. Okay. I mean, I'm sure this is optimal. And then you probably do this. Okay, what would you do here? you would do... Okay, that works. Into that. That's still only 4907. How is that still less damage than this? Because that's 4930. Unless I'm missing something about this combo, but I think it's just because the scaling is so bad. You can get another back heavy punch. So you're saying after this, I do this. I definitely can't get one there. I'd never know where it is supposed to be. Oh, you're saying there? That's way less damage though. I'd have to see the combo. I'd have to see it, but it's not really practical, so I don't really care that much. I think this was one of the ones in a Broski video, though. I think this was like one of the Will It Kills in like one of Broski's Combo Doctor videos with something like this. I feel like this was an answer to one of those videos. It's like one of those scenarios. This character can almost always kill. Does anybody know, like, Kimberly bomb routing? I'm sure nobody here does. Because I was just, like, screwing around with this. You know, like... And I cannot remember what her optimal crap is here. Like, if it starts with, like... Like, if it starts with, like, drive rush... Into crouch heavy... And then is it like hidden variable? Like is it like drive rush into something? Well, that doesn't work. So, like, because you do crap like this, right? Where she does, like, that. Okay, I'm doing it late. And then she does that, and then you can get, like, a drive rush from there. Like this. And I think from there you can get, like, rinse repeat. But I'm not sure if she's supposed to do that here, or if she's supposed to do this. Because, like, if I do this, I think that's pretty much all I get. And that's, like, 30-75. But I legitimately have no idea how to spend meter with this character in this. So then she does, like, this. But then what does she do from there? I guess I can do this here, too. And I can go like that. That's 31-12. That's 31-47 if I don't do the extra thing. So I think you do something like this. And I mean, I guess like this is 50% off a throw. Like, I don't know how much time you have, but can you make a comprehensive Marisa optimization guide? I want to be something akin to what she most needs to go to 1500. Okay, so what is that? Dominican Soul. Okay. So Soul, what I've kind of been doing, and also I love that that emoji doesn't show up in my chat client, you know? Like, it's not showing up on YouTube, so I'm literally just seeing, I am stuck face, purple crying face, purple crying face, purple crying face, purple, like it's, I'm stuck, you know, and then just, I don't know, it's just funny to me to read that, because I'm not actually seeing the emojis, I'm just seeing the text, which is funny to me, but whatever. So what I'm thinking about doing, and I'll, you know, just to clickbait it up a little bit, you know, like something like how I help, you know, how Ludwig hit master rank in 2 weeks or something like that, just to clickbait it up with Ludwig's name. because I'm going to milk that for a little while. But the main thing, honestly, like, is for me, confirming the medium punch hard combo, right, on hit and block. That's a big thing. It's just like, okay, what am I doing? How am I? On block, I want to go into like Gladius. On hit, I want to go into Dima. I'm a big believer in this, right? Big believer in that. And then just build an Oki tree off of everything. Okay, so what I mean when I say that, let's just pull up a random Marisa replay. I don't know if you want to give me yours, or I will just literally find a random Master Marisa. I'm just going to do this. Rankings. Find a random Marisa player. We'll even do North America. And I will just go to like... some random Marisa player. Okay. This is the one I'm stopping on. This is a 1482 Marisa player. They last phase. Okay, they got a crap ton of characters in Master, so maybe they're not even a Marisa player. Let me see that, actually. They're not really a Marisa player. I'm going to pick somebody else, because they're not really a Marisa player. Jeez Louise, why does no one play Marisa? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just looking for somebody that actually plays Marisa. Like, legitimately just actually plays Marisa. Okay, this, like, actually looks to be some history there. Sure. I will. I'll look it up. Look it up. There are dozens of us, yeah. So, players. Search. TTV. Dominican. Soul. X. Yeah, just your name. No such players found. I spelled something wrong, apparently. Oh, there's no N. Just Dominica. Okay, Dominic. Okay, Dominica. Gotcha. Or if you want, we can play just to check how bad I am. You know, sure. I'm not going to play the mirror, though. I won't play the mirror. I'm not going to play the mirror. We'll set it there. I have to do the whole thing. That's so annoying, dude. It's so annoying you have to type in the whole thing. Look, let me double check this. TTVDOMINICASOLX. That looks right to me. I'm still not finding you. I'm still not finding you. Why am I not finding you? Have you changed your name? I swear I did. Is it not TTV? It's just TV? Okay, why don't you just invite me? Why don't you just make a custom and invite me? Okay. My CFN is that. WETE42. Why don't you just invite me? How about that? I will wait for the invite, okay? I'll wait for the invite. This is the time where I show my book, Zealot's Trial. I say it's a YA fantasy novel. Receives a customer invite. Sick. View invitations. TV, Dominicans. Okay. You changed. Okay. It wasn't what you typed in chat. Hello, sir. Like I said, I don't really want to play the mirror. Okay, your two choices are Alex or Modern Guile. Which would you rather fight? Alex or Modern Guile? Alex? Okay. Fair warning, my Alex is atrocious. Hopefully this connection doesn't suck too bad, because I'm imagining we're very far away. Stupid Spanish keyboard. That's okay. That's okay. Well, you had TTV in front of it instead of TV, and then you didn't have an N in the username you typed in Twitch chat. So we'll see if this actually works. Also, like, I'm streaming, so my internet's going to be a fair deal worse than it usually is. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that art. Hopefully this isn't like 12 gajillion ping. Ooh, 67 seconds. Ooh, nice whip punish. Good combo. Safe jump. Empty. Nice. Okay. I always forget that that's his, I always think that's, I always push crouch light punch there, because I always feel like that's his foreframe, and it's just not. Okay. I'm trying to driver's cancel that. Really? Okay. I like that throw. Really? Fake as shit. Okay. Jump. Like I said, my Alex is atrocious. Wow. Crouch medium punch whip, huh? Nice whip punish. Okay. Okay. Nice whiff punish. You can kill me, please kill me. Okay. Good combo. Good combo.
Now you know history.
God dang it, dude. Drop my combos. God, I hate anti-air parry. Freaking hate it so much. Okay, I like that throw. The button didn't come out, which I don't really like. I pushed the wrong button. As I've mentioned, my Alex is atrocious. Also, I've not played, like, I played like one match today with Marisa. I haven't played Alex in like a couple weeks. Really? Okay. Nice answer. Really? How is it? Okay, good command grab. Okay, am I just not plus there at all? Like, what the hell? I'm going to tell you that you're mashing too much. And it's beating me because I suck. But mashing jab after you block a jump in, generally not a good idea. That's all I'm saying. Like, you just mash a 6-frame move after you blocked a jump in. Like, it's kicking my ass, don't get me wrong. Here, let's play the mirror a little bit, if that's okay. I'll try playing the mirror a little bit. I generally hate it and don't have fun with it, and you'll probably beat me in this too, and then I'll be super embarrassed, but... Oh, you're going to play Alex? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I haven't really played this game a whole lot lately. I've been playing a lot of Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Haven't been playing a lot of Street Fighter. Except to make videos, so... Fair warning. The 1591 is one match. Against the Diamond 5. Okay. Turned out I don't really care. Ooh, mistimed it. That's rough. No, no, thank you. That's not what I did. Definitely did not hit back there. Definitely did not hit back there. That's okay. Really? Really? Over my head. Okay. What the... Dude, I hate cross-ups in this game. So freaking much sometimes. Okay, wake up level 1. That's fine. That's not what I meant to do. That's kind of how I felt about Alex in Street Fighter 5. Or Abigail in Street Fighter 5. I kept wanting to switch and I just couldn't. Really? I'm so freaking sick of that. Holy shit, I'm so freaking sick of that. Holy shit, I'm so sick of that, dude. Okay, who cares? Okay, it's fine. That's a safe jump. Why'd you super a safe jump? There we go. No, it doesn't go through Gladius, but his stance just ducks under Gladius, so that's... Prowler is actually pretty good, but towards medium punch pretty much beats it clean, if you're at the right range. So, that's kind of what Marisa's supposed to do against it, that move. Okay. It's a little annoying. But DDT is really good against fireballs now. Wait for the stupid thing. Reset. There we go.
Now you know history. Where are you going? Strike rings. Stand still. Watch your head.
I mistimed it. Reset? Nope. Okay. Here's the Alex shit. This is where you gotta be careful. Really? Not sure how I didn't, not sure how I didn't, hit that. Okay. Can't jump out of that. I respect it. Really, if I would have held that, that would have just lost. What? That goes... You gotta be kidding me, dude. Really, you just level 2'd that, huh? I don't think you reacted to that. I think you just saw green and did it. I don't think you saw me do back heavy punch. And tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you just saw the drive rush and did it. How the hell did that not hit? Erg. Okay. I just realized I've not done like any Superman punch. Cross up, apparently. Sure. Okay. Okay. I'm being cheeky. I'm screwing around now. I'm screwing around too much. Shouldn't have done that. Just kind of having fun. Okay. I need to stop jumping because you haven't freaking command grabbed me. Okay, you just... That's the player you are, gotcha. Am I dead? I might be. Don't take risks if you don't need to. All you had to do is make me block anything and I was dead. Right? You went for like this super... Wow. There we go. Okay. That's a bad range to be in with Prowler because I can do that. I can do 6 medium punch. 2 towards medium punch. Okay, that's a decent... That's a bad approach, though. That's so stupid, dude. Okay. Not sure why you do jab there. Isn't back medium kick just better? Okay. Do we have the throw loops? Okay. What do you think she needs to be more complete as a character? I honestly don't know what I think of her. Sorry, I've been playing. I haven't been talking to chat. But honestly, I feel like she is kind of complete. She just... Okay, that's good. Good check. Nice conversion. You're just sending that though, huh? Mashing on that. I think she's pretty complete. I just think she doesn't do well at the competitive level because she relies really heavily on offensive guesses. A horrible combo, by the way. You're gonna jump here. You jump when you're scared. Like in block strings, you jump when you're scared. That's okay. Okay, I'm only +1 there. I mashed. That is crazy. I did not realize that went underneath. Not sure why not. Do I think it's the case of Capcom giving other characters more sauce so she falls behind? No. I think it's just a lot of her tools lose to a lot of the tools that are really strong in this game. Also, you do that preemptively a lot. Okay, that's fine. Sure, who cares? Okay, sure. You've held up there every time, by the way. Block anything, I'm dead. You're good. Oh my gosh, dude. How did I whiff there? There we go. Finally a good command grab, sure. Backdash. Sure. Do I think he's going to? No. There we go. Clutch. Should have hit confirm that medium punch hard combo at the end, though. I would have won. I just didn't think you were going to get hit by it, so I wasn't really ready for it. That's not what I meant to do, but it worked. That's plus. That's a safe jump. This doesn't kill. I don't know why I did it. Okay, that's fine by me. That's not what I wanted to do. Not at all what I wanted to do. But no, I don't really think it's about like other characters getting sauce or not getting sauce. I think it's mainly just she replies on heavy offensive guesses. Okay. Okay. Cannot believe that grabbed me. Okay. I'm kind of just messing around there. I don't know, she sort of feels like an Idazan character, but every time I see Idazan player, he plays like crap, so I'm not really sure what to make of that. But I think she just struggles in tournament because she relies on guesses and she doesn't have great walk speed or great anti-airs. Ooh, where'd my Gladius go? I swear I teched that. Okay. Jump out. Get hit by this. Ooh, parried it. don't think you've ever command grabbed me there. I keep jumping, expecting it, and you just don't do it, like, ever. Oh, that's right. That's not a... That juggles now. I think you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. That's a really bad habit, by the way. You've supered there like a gajillion times. Just so you know, you really have only supered in the corner when you've had about that much health left. And I've had a lot of it, like, it's kind of a predictable super that you do. Yeah, I mean, you won Kumite in like the first month, and then people learned how to parry. You're going to get scooped here. You're going to get hit by this too. Here you're going to jump. Somewhere. Yep. And command grab. But people just learned how to parry. They learned her offensive pressure sequences. That's okay. Backdash? Nope. Nope, didn't build it. God dang it, dude. The only chatters I ever have on Twitch. I think it's GG's. But the only chatters I ever have on Twitch are freaking bots and, you know, promotion crap. Drives me nuts, dude. Sure, we can go to the mirror. We can go to the mirror. I generally don't have a whole lot of fun in the mirror, but yeah, we can play the mirror. Twitch has this huge viewer bot issue. Like, it really does. So. That is true. Internet at large does have a bot issue. Okay, good whiff punish. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't know why I did it. Okay. You can kill here, and you did. Good. Did the scooting follow-ups get changes, or rather is command grab the only one worth using still? I mean, it got a change, I guess. They made, they made the overhead easier to hit confirm, apparently. Supposedly, they made it easier to hit confirm. Not quite sure why they did that, but they did. Okay. That's plus. Good perfect parry. Okay, good meaty. Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? It drives me nuts. I hit crouch jab because I knew you were going to jump. And then I just hit it late. Yeah. No one confirms that, dude. No one does. Really? I hate that that doesn't hit there. Not sure what happened there. You mash there every time. But I don't know. Oh, I mistimed it. Okay. Do do do. Get scooped. Do do do. Charge heavy punch towards heavy kick DI. We'll do that. Why the hell not? That's not what I wanted. How's everyone doing? I'm doing okay. I'm playing a set against the viewer right now. Playing some sets. Okay. You can confirm that on counter hit. Okay, that's good. Can't believe that whiffed. Anti parry. Okay. Hey, an anti. Good throw. Good back jump. How the heck was that in range for jab? I jumped there. Dude, stop mashing. Okay, wake up Harry. Just playing a guy from the stream. Okay. You always jump there. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Not the right whiff punish button there. Heavy kick's better. Wow, how did that whip? Hey, he finally didn't jump there. That's nice. GG's. Unnecessary ass combo. Like, I mean, like I jumped out because I'm just kind of not really paying attention, but you could have just killed me with like the easiest combo in the world, and instead you burned yourself out and dropped it. So, you know, I mean, just because like, okay, good whiff punish. Okay. That you don't get 2 dashes there, by the way. It's not real. Okay. No, you're okay. You're okay. People don't know what stuff means. Okay, good check. What? Stop mashing there. Oh man, I suck. I didn't know what the combo was. I just forgot what the combo was. It's drive rush back heavy punch into don't dash here. Okay, good. It's better, Oki. Okay, good neutral jump. Okay. You have decent Oki. This is a bad spend. Why are you spending all that? Like literally, why are you spending all that? Like I don't I don't understand why you're spending all that. I really don't. You did it. You really did it. I cannot believe you did that there. You really do that desperation super all the time, huh? Like, that is exploitable. That's all I'm saying, dude. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Can't believe that whiffed. Okay. Likes to go low. Not the worst thing in the world. This is a good throw. Okay. It's a decent option now, actually. Hey! Okay. It's fair. It's fair. How did that not hit? Seriously, you need to start confirming that thing. That just kind of drives me nuts. Oh my gosh, I mistimed it. I tagged. I don't care what you say, I tagged. Okay, good. Good back throw. What the? I did level 3, it didn't come out. I swear I did level 3. I meant to. I tried to. It didn't come out. Okay, good whiff punish. You can get a much better whiff punish there, though, actually. Okay. This is my problem, though. I just get bored. Like, we've played too much, and now I'm just bored. Like, not to sound like degrading, because that's not what I mean. I don't mean to say you're boring to play. Like, I've literally just checked out. I've stopped thinking about what you're doing. I literally just have stopped thinking. Like, I cannot play long sets. Because I just am like, la 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 la. That was supposed to be overhead, by the way. Here's the super. No, wow, okay. I know that looks cool, but actually it's just bad. Because, like, you just lost damage there. You know that? Like, if you just do the combo off the overhead, you get more damage there than the reset for the command grab, and you get better Oki. So there's really no reason. Okay. Empty jump into throw, sure. didn't have time to DI back. At least you did the good combo. At least you did the good combo. Just finish the first to 5, that's fine, and then I don't really care. But I mean, maybe. I don't know. But like, I mean, literally, like, I'm not paying any attention right now. Like, I didn't really have any issues with long sessions when I was like coaching Ludwig, for example. That's because it's just not really the same thing. Okay. Because it's like I'm paying attention to like specific things, but even after a little bit, like I just tend to check out. I say entire, you do that a whole lot, dude. Scoot him? No? Okay. I don't know. Whatever. That, I have no idea what that'll happen there. Okay, we're burnt out. But I just get, I don't know. I just don't have the mental for it, I think, is the main thing. So I just get exhausted. How's he not burnt out? Back throw, yep. Sure. Like, I just don't really, like, I don't know. Sure. You know? But I just get exhausted. That's my main issue. Last one. That's crazy. I jumped. Okay, it's fine. Wow. I swear to you, I'm holding down back. That was my controller right there. Good with punish, sure. But this is more what I mean when I say I don't like the mirror too. Is like, I just have so much less fun playing the mirror. Like, I don't know. You play back there a lot too, by the way. Okay, like seriously, that's actually pissing me off. Like, I'm taking my hand off the controller because I'm like, oh, he's gonna combo me, and then you just always, literally always do walk up throw. Like, there, fine. Double perfect. I really don't care. GG's. They don't really change her game plan at all. Pretty much nothing's different. She has safe jumps, you know, now, but neutral's not any different. I think at a high level, you're going to fish with, like, towards medium punch more, but, like, is what it is. I don't think your game plan is different. Okay, so what I was saying, and this isn't like, dude, you're pissing me off, but like, when you hit towards medium punch and it counter hits, don't reset into throw, because I could tech it. Like, you need to work on confirming that. You do that all the time, okay? It's a bad habit. And like, it was beating me because I'm paying zero attention at all. Like, I'm like, oh, yup, that's right, he throws here, because I just don't learn habits like that. That's part of the reason I hate the mirror, is I pay less attention in mirror matches, because my brain goes, oh, what would I do on this conversion? And then I like zone out because I'm like, oh, he's going to do crouch light punch into light Dima and get a good knockdown. that's guaranteed, and my brain just shuts off when I see the counter hit. 'Cause I'm like, oh, I'm doing the confirm, so I don't even think about walk up into throw, because to me that's like just dumb to do. Like you're losing guaranteed damage for a throw that I could tech, and you did it literally every time. We could watch the replays, and you did it literally every time. So like, that's not me being salty because like you won or whatever. Like I could give two craps about that. What it is like you're leaving opportunities on the table and going for these resets that aren't optimal, and kind of, you know what I mean? I mean, you did a better job a little bit. It's just a dude in the chat. Just a dude in the chat. I had nothing else going on, so I played him. But I've got a chapter that I have to finish writing, and I've been meaning to finish, so I'm going to cut the stream pretty soon. But like, that's all I'm saying is like, there's confirms that you can be doing. Your Oki's good. Okay, your Oki's really good. Like, you time things well. You have good ideas. You have good conversions. That's fine. Your desperation supers, like the one that you hit me with at the end of the round, I think I beat you in that round anyway, but like, generally the higher up you go, the less you're like sometimes sure going like, oh, I'm going to lose the round, so I should do a super. You do it a lot. You pretty much only super in the corner as well. Just so you know, you pretty much only supered in the corner as far as I can recall, either with Alex or with Marisa. Wake Up OD Scudum, you did quite a bit. It turns your Wake Up into this game where like either you're going to tech or you're going to do Scudum. You adapted a little bit when I started throwing you more, but I still think you're doing it too much. The other thing is your combo game is good, but there's times where you cash out or spend way more bar than I think you need to. Other than that, like, no, I mean, you're solid, and there's no way that you're not going to get out of 1500. Like, I don't know, I don't know like what your history with it is or whatever, but let's see. Like, yeah, that's about what I expected, right around High Master. But anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in. As I always do at the end of the stream, I'm going to say, hey, I've got this book that I wrote, and I've got this book that I wrote. It's called Zealot's Trial. Young adult fantasy, available on Amazon, available anywhere paperbacks are sold, really. If you want the ebook, though, it has to be through Kindle. Is this not doing screen capture? But said I've got this book. It's called Zealot's Trial. YA fantasy. I like it. I think it's good. It's not romance centric, which I think is kind of rare these days. It's just a good old adventure. It's about the length of the first Harry Potter book. So if you're worried about like, no. So if you're, it's like it's like the length of the first Harry Potter book. So it's a quick read, finish it in a day or so. It's $3.99 for the ebook, $12.99 for the paperback. They said just give it a check. Give it a perusing. I like it. I think it's good. I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to sign off for now and finish this chapter I'm writing. Peace.